Hello, my name is Ree, and I want to thank you for joining me today as we take a few moments to step away to enjoy a peaceful reflection. Wherever you are, find somewhere to get comfortable and let it be enough. Let your eyes close or soften your gaze, letting everything else slip away for just a few moments. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Pause and let it out through your mouth. Again, deep, slow breath in. Pause. And release. One more time. Slow, deep breath in. Pause. And soften and release as you exhale. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw release. Unfurl your brow and let your hands open. Now, in this relaxed state, I want you to imagine it's just before dawn. The sky is a deep, still blue that comes right before the first light. Not quite night anymore, but the day hasn't committed yet. You're standing on a small train platform. There is nothing overly grand about it. A few wooden benches, a single lamp glowing amber at the far end, and the smell of air is cool and clean, carrying something sweet you can't quite name. Something is blooming nearby, just out of sight. You have everything you need with you. You are going nowhere in particular, and somehow that feels exactly right. You hear it before you see it. A low, rolling sound in the distance. Steady and unhurried. The headlamp of the train comes around the bend, warm and round against the pale sky. The train slowly eases alongside the platform, and the doors open with a soft breath of air. You step on board. The car is quiet, gently lit. The seats are upholstered in something worn and soft. The kind of worn that means generations of travelers have rested here before you. You find a window seat, settle in, and let the cushion hold you. The doors close, and with a soft shudder beneath you, the train begins to move. At first, the platform slowly slides past the amber lamp, the empty benches, and then picks up its pace. The world outside is now in motion. The countryside is waking up. The fields are spring green, almost electric, the kind of green that makes you wonder how you ever forgot it was possible. A low morning mist still sits in the hollows between the hills, not quite ready to lift. The trees are somewhere between sleeping and waking. A few have already flung themselves into bloom, white and pink against the earthly sky, while others are still deciding. The train moves gracefully through all of it, not stopping, not rushing. And your only job right now is to rest and watch. You notice the way the landscape changes in layers. The things closest to you blur past. Fence posts, wildflowers at the edge of the tracks, heaps of tall grass, while the hills in the distance move slowly, almost imperceptibly, like they're being very careful about it. There's something to ponder in that, if you want to sit with it. The things closest to us move the fastest. The things farther away, slower, steadier. The glass on the window is cool and you lean toward it. Outside, a narrow road follows the tracks for a while, then peels away into the countryside and disappears. A farmhouse appears with its lights just coming on for a day of work. Smoke begins to curl from a chimney. Someone somewhere is making coffee. The rhythm of the wheels beneath you is constant and low. A kind of percussion the body knows how to follow. Your breathing slows to meet it. Let it. Something about being on a train does something to time. You are moving genuinely, measurably moving through space, and yet you are doing absolutely nothing to make it happen. Someone else is navigating. someone else knows the route. Your only task is to be a passenger. When did you last let yourself be a passenger? Not the one steering, not the one planning 3 stops ahead or calculating what comes next. A passenger held by something, carried by something, watching the world move past. The light is changing now. Slowly, the deep blue of the sky is warming at the edges. A faint blush above the eastern ridge is the palest gold. It hasn't arrived yet, but you can feel it coming. A river appears alongside the tracks, holding the last of the night's blue in its current. Wide and quiet, moving in the same direction as you, like a traveling companion who decided to join you without making a fuss about it. Birds are beginning to sing now, faint at first, a few calls rising from the tree line, then more, as if the sound is contagious, almost as if one bird gave the others permission. Is there anything in your life right now that's waiting for permission? Let that question settle without pressure. Just let it rest somewhere quiet inside you. The way the mist rests in the hollows of those fields, patient, soft, not asking to be resolved. The train moves on. More fields. A small stone bridge over a creek you almost miss. A slope where horses gather in the low light, unhurried, watching the train pass the way only horses can, with that particular stillness that makes you feel like the one being studied. The light is properly arriving now. The gold above the ridge has spread and deepened, and the landscape is beginning to show its colors. The lavender of distant hills, the rust of last season's bramble giving way to new growth. The startling white of an orchid in full bloom. Spring is not a slow arrival. It's a sudden yes. Generous and unhurried, all at once. Your body feels heavy in a good way. Your hands loosen in your lap. The seat holds you without any effort on your part. If something has been weighing on you lately, some decision, some conversation, some knot you keep returning to, let it ride here with you for a moment. Just let it exist in this landscape where there is enough space for it. Space, sky, and distance. pass through a brief tunnel, and just for a few seconds, everything goes dark. The wheels become louder, closer, as the world is sealed out. And then there is light, wide, sudden, and full. The valley that opens out on the other side is breathtaking. A bowl of green ringed by hills, still tipped with the last of winter snow. The sun is fully cresting now, pouring onto this valley like it was waiting for exactly the right moment. A small town at the center of it all. A church steeple, red rooftops, a market square already showing signs of life. You don't know the name of this town. You don't need to. There are lives being lived there, in that square, this very morning. People making breakfast. Children slow to wake. Someone is sweeping a doorstep. Someone is watching the train go by. Take this moment to simply feel that. The world going about itself. Morning arriving again, and you moving through it, a witness to it, a part of it without effort. The train curves gently around the edge of the valley. The town retreats behind the hills. More countryside. More spring. More The train begins to slow. Gently, the rhythm of the wheels beneath you soften. The landscape outside easing its pace until individual things become visible again. A stone wall, a garden gate, a row of shops is just beginning to open their doors. The train eases into a small village station and quietly stills. The doors open with that same soft breath of air. You step out onto the platform. The morning receives you. Cool air, warm sun, and just ahead, a little cafe at the end of the platform, breathing out a smell of fresh coffee into the morning air. A chalkboard sign outside. A few small tables catching the light. You don't have to rush toward it. Just stand here for a moment on this platform in this village whose name you still don't need to know, and feel what it is to have arrived somewhere without forcing it. The train eases away behind you, back into the countryside, back into the spring. And you are here, still held by the morning. You take a slow, deep breath in, pause, and let it go. Feel the surface beneath you. The real one, your chair, your floor, your room. Let the temperature of the room you are in find you again. The sounds of your own life returning softly. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, letting your body remember itself. And when you are ready, gently and peacefully open your eyes. My name is Ree, and I want to thank you so much for riding along with me today. Until next week, carry a little of that window seat with you wherever you are headed.